in this presentation we are going to present you the exam oriented education system for ASP and CSP exam preparation that has been developed by Inovo Global. So this would be the outline for the presentation, in which we will start with intro to BCSP and its credentials. Then we will discuss the eligibility criteria for ASP and CSP. Then the target audience, certification steps, blueprints, intro to examination of ASP and CSP, and then we will discuss the challenges in self-study for the preparation of ASP and CSP examination. Then we will present you the exam preparation system of Inovo Global for ASP and CSP, and then the success rate, scope of services, and schedule and duration in perspective of CSP and ASP exam preparation. At the end we will discuss the cost impact. So let's begin with the intro to BCSP and its credentials. So what is BCSP? BCSP stands for Board of Certified Safety Professionals, that is a US based self-funded non-profit corporation. BCSP's credentials are recognized globally as benchmarks of professional competency in safety management. In total, BCSP offers 10 credentials, out of which 8 are the certifications and 2 are designations. So what is the difference between certifications and designations? The certifications are the credentials that are earned through BCSP exams, whereas the designations are the credentials that are awarded on the basis of other non-BCSP certifications. So this is the list of BCSP credentials, in which these 2 are the designations, GSP and TSP, while other 8 are the certifications, in which CSP is the gold standard premium certification of BCSP, and in rest of the presentation we will focus on CSP and ASP. So this is the classifications of BCSP credentials. There are total 4 classifications: professional level, safety management level, technician and supervisory level, and SH&E training level. Our focus is on ASP and CSP in this presentation, and ASP and CSP are professional level credentials of BCSP. So let's move on to eligibility criteria. Eligibility criteria for ASP comprises of mainly 2 major requirements. First one is the academic qualification, that is minimum bachelor's degree in any field or an associate in safety, health or environment complying to these requirements. Here one thing is very important to mention, that for associates in SHE, detailed evaluation of degree and transcript is required to assess the eligibility for ASP. The second requirement is the experience, that is minimum 1 year. And the good thing for ASP is that no qualifying credential is required for ASP eligibility. So an individual having bachelor's degree in any field and having minimum 1 year experience is eligible for ASP. So this is the eligibility criteria for CSP, that comprises of mainly 3 major requirements. First one is the academic qualification, that is minimum bachelor's degree with 16 years education. In some cases 15 years bachelor's degree is also acceptable, but in such cases Inovo Global needs to see the degree and detailed transcript for evaluation. The second requirement is experience, that is minimum 4 years, and the third requirement is to have at least 1 out of these 12 qualifying credentials. This is the complete list of qualifying credentials for CSP, out of which these first three are the BCSP's own credentials, and remaining 9 are the non-BCSP credentials. So for a candidate to become eligible for CSP, he or she must have minimum bachelor's degree with 16 years education, minimum 4 years experience, and he or she must be holding one out of at least one out of these 12 credentials. So what are the target audience for ASP and CSP? For ASP, the target audience are the fresh graduates with 1 year of experience, aspiring to qualify for CSP after gaining 4 years of experience, and in the meanwhile, they are seeking a well-paying safety-related position. Second one are the professionals aiming for highly compensated safety-related roles in international corporations. And third ones are individuals interested in transitioning their careers by enhancing their qualifications with a safety related portfolio to pursue the positions as safety managers. Target audience for CSP are majorly of three kinds. First one are the professionals seeking highly paid safety related positions in international corporations, because CSP is one of the most prestigious certifications in the HSE, signifying a high level of expertise and commitment to workplace safety standards. Second one are the individuals looking to switch their careers by adding a safety related portfolio to their qualifications to secure their roles as safety executives or safety managers. And third ones are those already holding a qualifying credentials from the Board of Certified Safety Professionals for their CSP eligibility. So what are the certification steps? These are the steps for the certification of both ASP and CSP. The steps for ASP and CSP both are same. There is only one difference, that is this one, that is earning the qualifying credentials. Because for ASP there is no requirement for any qualifying credential, while for CSP we have to earn at least one qualifying credential out of 12 qualifying credentials for CSP. So for ASP, first step is to evaluate the eligibility for ASP. The second one is get exam preparation. When the exam preparation is completed, then we have to get our application approved, for which the BCSP fee is $160. The fourth step is to purchase and schedule the exam, and the fifth step is to appear in the exam. The exam fee here is $350 that has to be paid to BCSP. The exam preparation fee is to be paid to Inovo Global or any other training agency. The application fee $160 is to be paid to BCSP, and the exam fee, that is $350, that also has to be paid to BCSP. At the fifth step, we have to appear in the exam and then get certified and then maintain the certification. For CSP the steps are same, but for CSP we have to evaluate the eligibility, and if we are not eligible in perspective of qualifying credential, then we will have to earn a qualifying credential. And then exam preparation, application approval, and purchasing of exam and scheduling, and appearing in exam and getting certified and maintaining the certification. So what are the blueprints for ASP and CSP? This is the blueprint for ASP version 10, and these are 9 domains, and these are their domain areas, and these are the percentage of questions that will be asked from each domain. And this is the blueprint for CSP. CSP also has 9 domains. These are the areas, and these are the percentages of the questions, percentage of number of questions that will be asked from each domain. So now we move towards the introduction to exam. What is the type of exam? This will be computer based test, CBT, and the location, it will be conducted at Pearson VUE testing centers that are available in all metropolitans of all the countries across the globe. And duration 5 hours for ASP and 5.5 hours for CSP. There will be total 200 MCQs, and the scoring method is scaled scoring method, in which exact passing marks are not mentioned. Rather, the passing marks slightly vary according to the difficulty level of the exam, because different exam may have slightly different difficulty levels. So for more difficult exam, the passing marks will be slightly less, and relatively for easy exam, the passing marks will be high. So minimum passing marks are approximately 61 to 63%, and the provisional result is immediately announced after the completion of exam, while the formal result is provided later. So what are the challenges in self-study for ASP and CSP exam preparation? For that, first of all, we will have to see the ASP blueprint references and CSP blueprint references. So this is ASP blueprint references, in which this is the statement by BCSP, and we will summarize this statement later in our presentation. And these are the reference books. You can see these are multiple reference books that are referred by BCSP to study for the exam preparation. This is the CSP blueprint references, and we will summarize this statement by BCSP later in our presentation. And you can see the referred books. There are many books that are required to be studied for the exam preparation. So what ASP and CSP references dictate? 30 plus reference books are used for the development of examination, and studying these 30 plus books does not guarantee the success in passing the exam. This is what BCSP's ASP and CSP references dictate, that 30 plus reference books are used for the development of exam, and studying these 30 plus books does not guarantee the success in passing the exam. So what additional knowledge is necessary for effective exam preparation? That is mastery of 100 plus OSHA standards, familiarity of multiple NFPA standards and codes, and in-depth knowledge of industry regulations and practices. So this is what ASP and CSP references dictate: 30 plus reference books, and additionally the knowledge of these standards and in-depth knowledge of industry regulation and practices is required for CSP exam preparation, and also for ASP exam preparation. So highly diversified blueprint is not covered by a single book, providing the required depth and breadth of the knowledge. Secondly, the exams are regularly updated on the basis of dynamic OSHA standards. And third issue is that exams are psychometrically designed. So concluding these points, humanly it is highly challenging to study the books, standards and regulations for all the 9 domains in sufficient depth and breadth, along with the job and other liabilities. Therefore, why we do not recommend the self-study for CSP and ASP exam preparation? Because the self-study for exam preparation is hard to manage alongside a job and demanding schedules. This is time intensive, and this is prone to causing demotivation during demotivation during the preparation process, and there is also a risk of failure leading to a significant loss of time, money and effort. And this is also there is also lacks of regulation and discipline in self study. So what we can conclude here, that it is better to join the classes for ASP and CSP exam preparation from a renowned credible training agency like Inovo Global. Now we present the exam preparation system of Inovo Global. This block diagram completely explains the exam-oriented education system for ASP and CSP exam preparation that has been developed by Inovo Global. So at the start of exam preparation, each candidate is given access to the state-of-the-art learning management system that has been designed by Inovo Global, especially for ASP and CSP exam preparation. As a second step, the candidate is provided with the live sessions for each domain. These live sessions are conducted by Mr. Bilal Jilani, who is founder and director of Inovo Global. The introduction to Mr. Bilal Jilani and introduction to Inovo Global will be provided in a separate video. So Mr. Bilal Jilani conducts these live sessions for each domain. There may be multiple live sessions for one domain. Once the live sessions for one domain are completed, then the lecture notes are provided. These lecture notes are in the form of text and images and cover the live sessions that have already been conducted. So though the live sessions cover most of the topics and knowledge areas of a particular domain, but for the selected topics of the domain, detailed and in-depth knowledge is required for exam preparation, and this purpose is served by our learning management system, where detailed video lectures and self-study material is provided on the selected topics. So after attending the live session and after reading the lecture notes, the candidate has to access the learning management system, watch the detailed lecture videos on selected topics for in-depth knowledge, and complete the self-study through the material provided in the learning management system. So once a candidate for a domain, for one domain, the candidate has completed the live sessions, studied the lecture notes, and watched the detailed lecture videos and completed his or her self-study for in-depth knowledge of selected topics. So now, after passing through these three steps, the candidate has completed and completely prepared his preparation for domain 1. Now it is time to practice through self-assessment. For that, the standard exams of these renowned companies are provided free of cost to our candidates, that is SPAN, ISSM, Bowen, Momentrix. Normally these practice exams are provided on payment, but for our candidates these are provided free of cost. So what the candidates will do, the candidates will take the SPAN, for example the standard exam of SPAN, and in that exam the candidate will go through the self-assessment for domain 1. So the candidate will come to know at which level he has come to after passing through all these steps. So once he is confident about domain 1, then the same steps will be repeated for domain 2. That is, he or she will attend the live sessions for domain 1. He or she will study the lecture notes. Then he or she will go to learning management system, where he will watch the detailed video lectures and study the reading material for in-depth knowledge of selected topics. And then the candidate will go through the practice questions with standard exam for domain 2, and all these steps will be repeated for domain 3, domain 4 and up to domain 9. Once the domain 1 to domain 9 are covered, then 2 mock exams will be conducted by Inovo Global on the same pattern, almost on the same pattern as per actual exam, and these exams will be marked. After these exams, after these 2 mock exams, each candidate will be interviewed by Mr. Bilal Jilani, who is the mentor of this complete education system. The interview will be conducted for the assessment of confidence level of the candidate. So the results of these 2 mock exams and the interview, the results of mock exams and the result of interview will be correlated to assess the confidence level of candidate. If the confidence level of candidate is found to be 80 to 85%, then we will give go ahead to candidate for CSP exam. If the confidence level of candidate comes out to be less than 80%, then we will identify the weak areas of the candidate, and then targeted preparation will be conducted, and this cycle will be repeated until the confidence level of 80 to 85% is achieved. So once the candidate achieves the 80 to 85% confidence level, then we will give the go ahead to candidate for CSP or ASP exam preparation. So from the step 1, that is access to learning management system, live sessions, studying the lecture notes, watching the detailed lectures and self-study for in-depth knowledge of selected topics of domains, and then practice of each domain until the CSP exam, appearing in CSP exam. From end to end, mentoring, 24/7 mentoring through WhatsApp will be available to all candidates, and Mr. Bilal Jilani will answer all the questions by himself. Okay, so this is the complete education system that has been developed by Inovo Global. Now we introduce you the learning management system of Inovo Global. So this is the CSP workshop of Inovo Global. This is the classwork. So the folders are organized domain wise. For example, this is the domain 1, advanced sciences and math. So similarly, this is domain 2, management system. This is domain 3, risk management, and so on for each domain. This is for CSP. Similarly, there is a classwork for ASP. Both are similar. So this is domain 3, and similarly there are domain 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So what is inside the folder? This is inside the folder for domain 1. Domain 1, live sessions. You can see there are 3 live sessions, which means Mr. Bilal Jilani had to conduct 3 live sessions to cover the domain 1. Second one is the lecture notes. These are the lecture notes available in this folder, and lecture notes discussion. This is a video in which the lecture notes are again discussed, and this is the quiz of domain 1. So these are the detailed lectures on selected topics. These lectures are provided, I will show in next slide, and these are the web resources for self-study. So these are the video lectures, detailed video lectures on selected topics. This is the quiz. These are the lecture notes, and this is the video of lecture notes discussion, and these are the live sessions, recorded live sessions. I will like to clarify one thing over here, that live sessions are conducted on weekends, on weekly basis, and Mr. Bilal Jilani conducts these live sessions by himself, and recordings of those lectures are placed here in learning management system. For those who have missed the live sessions, they can access the learning management system and watch those live sessions again. These are the lecture notes. In this form the lecture notes will be provided, and in this form we will take the quiz for each domain. Once the study of domain 1 is completed, then a quiz will be conducted for each domain. So these are the standard practice exams that as I mentioned earlier, that these are the companies: Span, ISSM, Bowen, Momentrix. These companies provide standard exams. These standard exams are not the past papers. These standard exams are the exams prepared and developed on the pattern of actual exam. These are not the past papers. So this kind of practice exams will be provided. This will be the question and these will be the choices, and there will be key to all these questions. So these are the salient features of Inovo Global's exam preparation system for ASP and CSP. These are instructor-led live interactive sessions on weekends. Along with that, there is self-paced learning through Inovo Global's purpose-built LMS, that is Learning Management System. 24/7 continuous mentoring till exam on WhatsApp. Course material and learning resources are provided that are developed by Inovo Global and that are proprietary of Inovo Global. And complete guidelines to use OSHA regulations for exam preparation. There are self exercises, assessments and assignments. There are pre-exam tests that I mentioned earlier, that 2 mock exams will be conducted. And there is special focus on exam tips and tricks, and on demand, in-person and on-site training is also available. So what is the success rate for the candidates who avail the services of Inovo Global for CSP and ASP exam preparation? So globally, on average, success rate in first attempt for ASP and CSP is just 65%. But after exam preparation through Inovo Global's exam-oriented education system, the success rate has been more than 90% in last 5 years. So these are a few of our successful candidates for ASP and CSP. So what would be the scope of services offered by Inovo Global? For each candidate who will get registered with us for ASP or CSP exam preparation, we will offer these 3 services, that is exam preparation. Secondly, we will support in BCSP application approval, that is done in $160, and we will support for exam purchase process, that is purchased in $350 from BCSP website. So what will be the schedule and duration? There will be weekly 2 live sessions on weekend, Friday and Saturday. Most of our candidates are from Middle East, so our weekend is Friday and Saturday. But for our Pakistani candidates, we can conduct sessions on Saturday and Sunday. So time and days of weekend are coordinated with the mutual consent of candidates. Because a WhatsApp group is formed, all the candidates are added in that WhatsApp group, and days and timing is mutually agreed upon. Approximately 24 live sessions are required to complete the exam preparation for ASP, and 24 live sessions for CSP. Nominal exam preparation duration for ASP and CSP separately is 3 months, that is 3 months for ASP and 3 months for CSP. So exam preparation duration highly depends on 4 things of candidate. The academic background, for example, if a candidate is from engineering background, definitely he will understand and comprehend the concepts easily, and a candidate from a humanities and arts background, he may have slight difficulty in understanding the concepts. But for these kind of candidates, we put special attention and they may take maybe 1 month more. So academic background counts. Secondly, the hard work and focus of candidate, and third one is motivation and dedication, and fourth one is consistency and discipline. So if a candidate has a good background, he is hard work and focused, motivated, dedicated, and consistently he continues working on the preparation and he is disciplined, then there is no reason that he cannot complete the exam preparation in 3 months. Definitely he will complete the exam preparation in 3 months, but normally 3 to 4 months are taken for exam preparation. So when a candidate can join, so this is very important. Mostly the candidates ask when I can join, which domain is being lectured nowadays. So online classes of ASP and CSP follow a cyclic structure and are conducted throughout the year. For example, we start from domain 1, then domain 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and after that we start again domain 1. So this is cyclic and it continues throughout the year. And second important thing is that the domains are not strictly interdependent. That is, it is not very important that we should study domain 1 and domain 2 to understand domain 3. Okay, so a candidate may join at any time from any domain. For example, any candidate is joining at the time when the live lectures of domain 4 are continued. No problem in that. He can join from domain 4 and then he can study domain 5, domain 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 1, domain 2, domain, and he can finish at domain 3. No problem. So no problem in that. Any candidate can join anytime for ASP or CSP exam preparation. So what is the cost impact? This is last point of our presentation. So exam preparation fee for Inovo Global is $400 and $500 for ASP and CSP respectively, but this is slightly negotiable and price may increase on the requirement or provision of additional services. So BCSP application fee for ASP and CSP is $160 and BCSP exam fee is $350 for both ASP and CSP. And this is the BCSP's annual renewal fee. For ASP it is $170 and for 180 for CSP it is $180. So this has to be paid annually by each candidate. So what is the difference between BCSP application and BCSP exam fee? Basically, for ASP exam purchasing, first each candidate has to get his application approved. For example, he will go to BCSP website, he will enter all his credentials and he will get his application approved in $160. Once an application is approved, its validity is for 1 year. In 1 year, the candidate can purchase multiple exams. For example, a candidate got his application approved in 1st January and then he purchased his exam in $350. Unluckily, he could not pass the exam. So what will happen? The candidate will be able to purchase another exam with a gap of 30 to 40 days. So he can purchase multiple exams in 1 year within the validity of application. So $160 for application fee having a validity of 1 year. During 1 year, candidate can purchase multiple exams with a gap of 30 to 40 days. Okay, so similarly it is for CSP. So this is the concept of application fee and exam fee. BCSP application processing fee and the BCSP exam purchasing are the complementary services from Inovo Global. However, the fee of BCSP, that is $160 and $350, will be on the part of candidate. And for the candidates who will get registered with Inovo Global for the exam preparation of ASP and CSP both, they will be given a special discount of $200, and their total exam preparation fee for both ASP and CSP would be $700. So all of you are welcome to contact Inovo Global, not only for the exam preparation of ASP and CSP, but also for other training, advisory and consultancy services. Thank you very much for your time, and feel free to contact us in case of any queries through WhatsApp, through email or through call. Thank you.